First steps, make sure you have the key fob with you. It could be in your pocket, purse, jacket, up in the car. You get the point, just somewhere in the vehicle. Now to turn this on, apply onto the brake pedal, press it down, smack the push button start. We're on and running. Let's continue this video. Over here on the left hand side, you got the release. Pull that down. Now you can push this in, pull it out, down and up, lock it right back in place. Now we have time to honk the horn in 3, 2, 1. That's the horn. Now let's talk about the controls on the wheel here quick. You got your cruise control or adaptive cruise control is going to be this button right there. So when you select this, you see one of two icons on the driver's interface. This is one of them for the adaptive cruise control because it has a picture of a car in front of the speedometer. That's adaptive cruise, ACC. Now this is your standard cruise. To switch between the two, you're going to come over here and press and hold that button right there. It automatically switches for you. So that's nice. Now to select the distance between you and the car in front of you for your adaptive cruise control, instead of holding this down, you're going to tap this bad boy. See that? The more lines you have up there, the further distance of following. Less lines means you're going to follow closer between you and the car in front of you. Now to set your cruise control, it's going to be this toggle switch right here. It says set, toggle it down, then you can adjust your speed from that point. So pretty nice. Next one's going to be your lane keep assist and traffic jam assist. This is what allows you to keep you in the center of your lane. So traffic jam assist works between 25 to 45. Lane keep assist works between 45 to 90 miles an hour. So when you select this, you get a matching icon right up there to let you know it's available. Both of these are available now. So when it's actively working, I go out my lane a little bit, beep, 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 beep. You can turn that off or on for the beeping and brings you back and puts you back in the center of your lane. Beautiful. I love it. Helps out for those long journey drives. You're in the car forever. All right. Now, when they're actively working, you see these icons go from white to green to give you a visual confirmation. I'm doing my job. All right. Let's roll up the windows. Get some of the AC going. Now, right over here for the wiper stick, we got adjustable intermittent wipers, and they get your rear wiper right there. Lights, turning indicators, quick and easy, pretty easy. Media controls for your music, station, sources, and volume. Voice command, hey, call Crazy Honda Chris on mobile phone. Set up your oil change, buy a brand new car, who knows what. And then we got your little wheel action to navigate through the menu and the home button to back out. So there we go. Let's talk about the layout on the driver's interface screen. You got your speed, digital speed, traffic sign, front facing camera right up here, finds speed limit signs and throws it up there to let you know the speed limit. Also, you can turn this on or off for it to flash and warn you when you're speeding. You can also adjust that if you want it to warn you at speed limit, 3, 5, or 10 above the speed limit. I won't tell if you don't tell, okay? You can see what drive mode you're in, miles of the vehicle. Gas tank, this is a full tank. We're looking at the Hershey bars down there. You can see it's 86 degrees outside. We're in park. And then we can see it's 205. And then we got the menu right over here with the tachometer. Okay? Now let's talk about the menu options. The controls for the menu is going to be a little wheel action. Just go up and down and push in on the wheel to select items or menus. First one is going to be range and fuel. You can see right now with 4 miles on the vehicle, we're averaging 3 miles per gallon. Probably the whole thing has been burning fuel since I've been doing this video, right? So we know that will change. So based on 4 miles, we have a estimation, a guesstimation, however you want to word it, that we can go 400 miles before the vehicle goes on empty based on the current tank and history. So this thing's all computer generated as I stumbled through that. All right, so I had to pause it there because I had to sneeze. All right, so you guys get the whole point about that. That range is going to be computer generated based on your driving habits. So it's going to be different for you and I. So taking consideration summer driving, winter driving, am I more heavier on the gas pedal? You know, am I doing city versus highway? That's computer generated, okay? Now you also have a graph down there below. You got 0 to 90. That's going to show you lifetime fuel economy that you get in at that time. Now as I scroll down on the wheel on this menu, you see you got a trip A and trip B. To reset that, you simply push in the wheel and then you come up here to reset. Done. Now we're going to select the home button right here. It backs you all the way out. Speed and time. Audio, pretty quick and easy. You can scroll up and down. You can choose the items right here. Phone. Find any speed dials saved up through the through this. I can call people. Quick and easy on that way. Driver's attention monitoring system. So the car knows the difference between you doing a real bad job at driving or the wind blowing you around. So if you're doing a bad job at driving, I'm assuming you probably want the car to alert you. It will. It will show you one bar up there. It gives you an audible sound, pretty much telling you to pull over and take a coffee break. All-wheel drive torque. You can see where the all-wheel drive kicks in as you need it and how much, where. Seatbelts. You can see who's sitting where, not wearing a seatbelt, or where the seatbelt is plugged in at and not. Maintenance. It's going to tell you what's due for your next service. So I have a video out there. It's very helpful. You see codes up there, A, B, 1 through 7. What do they mean? How to keep up on your vehicle. Safety support. Scroll down. You can turn off road departure, blind spot information, or your forward collision. As you play around with this stuff, you probably see this right down there, that icon. It was full green. Now it's a little partial green and gray. If you turn everything off, it's all grayed out. So it's a nice quick little visual to let you know. No content. So if you hold down the wheel, you go from miles to kilometers. We'll keep it on kilometers. Oh, sorry, miles. Then brightness on the driver's interface. Vehicle stability assist or traction control. If you need to turn that off, this is where you go. And there we go. Get a nice little reminder down there. It's off. But I'm going to turn it right back on. Vehicle settings. I have a video out there that's going to show you how to customize all of your vehicle settings. You want all the beeps, none of the beeps, the sensitivity, stuff like that. That's a good about 20-minute video. Gauge display. If you want to hide some of these stuff like speed and time, boom, it's unchecked. It won't show up there anymore. You can clean up some of the clutter. Warnings like a low fuel, doors left open, things like that. Warnings. You guys get the point.